And welcome back to Nexus Green's YouTube channel. We did Energy Week in Uganda. It was fantastic.
Today we are at the Renewable Energy Conference and EXPO 2023. This happens every year around. This is the second time it's happening. In this place you'll find so many stakeholders in the renewable sector. We have funders, we have solar companies, we have government organizations, we have the British High Commission. We have very many people that are interested in the renewable energy sector. And the purpose of us today is to discuss what is the market looking like, what are the funding options that we have in the market, what can we do better to have a cleaner energy future for all. So that is the theme of the conference this time, and that is why we are here.
We had a booth. I got to sit on a panel and discuss the private sector with some of my colleagues that are in the industry. Everyone should be working together. I feel like we always work, independently, and so going to Energy Week gives us an opportunity to bounce ideas with each other and see where the opportunity is, where Nexus Green can help them and how they can help us. I'm really happy to see what government's doing in terms of supporting solar companies here in Uganda. So it was a good show. I really enjoyed it, I look forward to going to the next year. But 2025, that's going to be a big one, so stay tuned for that.
So for today and the rest of the week, we are really coming together to discuss the prospects from various stakeholders on innovative technologies in renewables, to make connections, to build networks, and together to learn, to share, and to grow. I hope really you use this conference to interact with players that have made breakthroughs across this sector. Several UK companies here this week are investing heavily in renewables, like Mandua's Energy, or Nexus Green, or MEX, or Innovate, and they're all here present and willing to share their experiences here in the UK booth.
Accepting new technology and embracing it is one of the critical things that we must focus on if we are going to be in a position to take advantage of the growth in the extension of electricity in different parts of the country.
Over the last 30 years, the European Union has been on the front line of the global fight against climate change. This is our commitment and this is our duty. We are one of the most economically developed areas in the world. We are among those who have emitted most of the greenhouse gas, and we are one of the responsible for the climate change.
Our presence here is a testimony to our shared commitment towards shaping a sustainable and clean energy future for all. The theme of the conference reflects our collective responsibility to address the energy challenges that confront not only Uganda, but also the rest of the world, and indeed, humanity.
The British government, British companies have partnered with the government of Uganda and the Ugandan private sector to deliver a range of exciting energy solutions for Uganda's businesses.
We have pledged to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 55% by 2030 and to achieve climate neutrality by 2050. To do so, the Global Gateway strategy is central to our efforts. It creates sustainable and trusted connections that benefit both to Europe and to our partners' countries.
For us as Uganda and indeed Africa, we would like to have a unified approach and message. The need for a just and equitable energy transition is urgent. By investing in the clean and renewable energy, also currently interpreting that our other energy resources will not only reduce our carbon emissions, but also empower communities, particularly in the rural and underserved areas, with the tools for a better quality of life.
My experience at Energy Week is a really good one because I get to connect with people and also connect with, other industry leaders and understand from a government's perspective of what's happening in terms of policy with regards to solar energy.
What are the trends in the involvement of private sector in this electrification? What have we seen that has changed in the recent years? How have we moved? Just give us a trend so that everyone understands why we are having this discussion today.
I think for me, the biggest changes is twofold. Is one, technology has really come far and solar has become a lot cheaper. I'm a commercial guy, so we look at how do we make it a win-win situation, not only for Nexus Green, but for the client. And now you're finding banks are very much engaging with solar developers in the C&I business, the commercial industry, where banks will support loans for commercial companies to be able to now benefit from solar, which probably wasn't there maybe a year or 2 years ago. But the confidence in solar and the kind of responsibilities that us as businesses need to do in terms of the carbon footprint and the reduction of the carbon footprint is now becoming a real thing, where policy in companies, they have to have this kind of governance to make sure that they're hitting targets year by year.
In the past, solar had been labeled a kind of energy for rural areas in Uganda. But what we're seeing now is that is changing, because when you go to very many villages, it is very rare that you will find that kerosene lamp, what we used to call the tadova. We think that battle is already won. So solar is the primary source for lighting in very many rural areas in Uganda. Everyone will always first think solar.
About governance, we see now more women engaged into energy sector. More women are becoming CEOs. My sister Matilda, she's doing that in a great way. And many others are coming up in the C-suite of the energy sector.
I've been in the sector personally. Village Energy has been in the sector since 2008. I joined in 2018, so I've been there for 5 years. And one of the trends that I can say that I'm noticing now is a lot more collaboration between the private sector players. They're realizing that we're not competitors anymore. And so there's a lot more collaboration, there's a lot more partnership. I feel like we also now need to now start an R&D element, because we get a lot of feedback from our clients on ways in which we can improve the components and the solutions that we're giving them.
We do subcontract to other EPC companies just because of the nature of the beast right now. We have so many projects that we can't do everything in-house, and we don't want to be that kind of like emperor mentality. We want to be able to work in an ecosystem where everyone can have a piece of the pie, because there's enough to go around. So in terms of what we do, we obviously are a big organization that has the capacity of keeping product in stock. We have in-house designers, we have the ESIAs, everything, but where we can add value. Let's say, for example, my sister here from Village Energy, she's looking for financing. She should come and knock on my door today and look at what we can collaborate on the financing, because one thing Nexus Green has always been good at is bringing in cheap finance to the table, which allows us to all break bread together.
I'm really excited about next year. I think what we're going to do, 2025, we're going to definitely be a big sponsor for Energy Week and really bring in a whole new level in terms of the technology, and also by that time we'll have the factory. So we'll be obviously displaying this bad boy in the real life, which I'm super excited about. You got to see some exhibitors who were talking about what they're doing and their products. Again, at Nexus Green, we're all about collaborations and seeing how other companies can add value to what we do and how we can help and support other companies, especially being, the size that we are. We have the capacity to obviously do a lot of distribution and supply. We can do obviously implementation for other people in terms of civil contracting, electrical engineering, as well as the ESIAs. We have that all in-house.
Welcome to our stall. This is Nexus Green at the Renewable Energy Conference 2023. Nexus Green is a renewable energy company, EPC, in engineering, procurement, construction and finance. It's UK-based but with a branch in Uganda. We came in with 687 sites under the Ministry of Water and Environment. Then we expanded and got a business arm where we do to B2B options. We provide solutions tailor-made to the client, to the different clients, to make them appreciate solar instead of the high bills that electricity comes with. Our slogan is everything solar. We can do everything with solar and cut down our bills.
Please take me through on what you're exhibiting today at the Renewable Energy Conference and why you're here.
We are exhibiting our ECOCA solution. What is ECOCA? As you can see, it is a full unit of a solar, then a pot, and the ECOCA. Within the ECOCA is a battery, and yes, for this system, it is connected to the solar right here at the cable. We connect a cable here, and then there is a battery which will contain the energy in it. So with this energy here in the battery, it supports the cooking, and within the cooking we have 2 pots. This pot carries about 6 liters of water, and yes, as you can see icons here, we cook soft foods, we can warm food, and we can actually cook hard foods. So for here to number 1, here we are basically warming the food. Here we are heating, here we are cooking the hard foods. You could have posho, you could have beans.
If it comes to solar training, people need to know about how to position the solar modules. And this we can simulate here. So we can have roof inclination on that side, and we can have the status of the sun. Where's the sun coming and where's the sun going? So we're simulating the full day.
We are at the vocational training of Baker Consulting, and as we were moving through the exhibitors, I managed to come across one of them here, and what they're exhibiting is a lot, but however, I need to try out some game that has to make sure it keeps me confident. If this LED light turns on, then surely I'll have failed. It needs maximum concentration, and I have to move it slowly, so that it doesn't trigger on the light.
When there is earthquake.
Yeah, sure. I have to turn very carefully around the corner, come down very carefully. I have to take every angle very serious and make sure I rotate it at the desired angle to make sure the middle part is in the middle so that I don't. And there I go to the end.
Wow, second time world champion! Unbelievable! Wow,
yeah,
wow,
sure.
Wow. This is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it feels like, of course, as the Nexus Green, you have to do everything with a lot of concentration. It takes you maximum concentration to have that thing from the end to the start, and I feel very happy. And as a matter of fact, thank you very much. I was able to get a small flash with me as a real winner here for this small game.
Not you, the light flashes.
Yes.
You cannot be shocked. It's 12 volts. Where will it be? And I'm very happy to be here. I'm very proud to be here and part of this Expo 23 in Munyonyo.
This exhibition, as Sakodo, we appreciate it because we are seeing that through this exhibition, we have a pile of manufacturers here who produce these stoves. And some of them even never knew the advantages of testing these stoves. But when we come here, we go to them, we tell them the advantages of testing these stoves so that they know if you produce an efficient, energy efficient stove, apart from you getting the carbon credits, it is saving the environment.
Today what we're showcasing is a model for the nuclear power plants. Here we have 2 nuclear power stations, each producing 1,000 megawatts of energy. We are here to explain to the general public how this facility will operate in the country. We have been using nuclear in other areas such as treatment and diagnosis of diseases. That is at Uganda Cancer Institute and also Malago. We have been also using nuclear for other studies like food safety, Uganda Bureau of Standards, and also Ministry of Water, understanding the water quality using isotope hydrology. But now moving forward, government is venturing into this project on using nuclear energy for electricity generation.
And finally, as a way of preserving energy, now we bring you to an e-bike. And this is another company that has come to exhibit Spiro, Energy on the Move. And this is a very good e-bike here that moves about 80 kilometers per hour. Very good bike. I would really try to see what happens, but I can't really ride it since the space is small.
When we speak about green economy, we are speaking about our environment being clean. We are speaking about options that we are using for our different activities on a daily, be it factories, being running turbines. It's that option that we have that is still providing the service that we require, that is still productive, but again, it's clean, and our children can later be proud of us.
It was just really nice to meet loads of people. I felt really privileged that we've grown from last year to this year as Nexus Green. So more and more people have heard about Nexus Green, which obviously I'm doing my job as a marketer. I'm doing it a right thing, and look forward to next year. So catch you later. God bless.